Some brains are built to build systems. Algorithmic thinking means that your brain approaches problems by building logical sequences around them. If X, then Y, and if Y, then Z. This is the opposite of heuristic thinking that we just talked about in another video. So instead of shortcuts based on past experience, you're working through the actual logic every time. Algorithmic thinkers break problems into steps. They define the variables and then they test the conditions. Then they execute based on what's there instead of what it reminds them of. Say you're facing the question, should we hire this person? A heuristic thinker says, they feel right. Reminds me of Sarah, who's great. I think it could work. So yeah, let's go. Whereas an algorithmic thinker responds, I hear you, but what are the requirements? How does this person score on each of those? What gaps are addressed here? What's the risk profile? Same question, completely different processing. Algorithmic thinking shows up as building frameworks before making decisions because you need a structure to evaluate or execute. Asking, what are we optimizing for before jumping to the solution? So the how depends on the goal. Some practical effects of that include being slower to decide because you're thinking things through. It could also be that you catch errors that others miss because you're checking each step of the logic rather than trusting the overall impression. It could also be that you struggle in environments that reward fast gut calls and your process of handling those moments looks like hesitation when really it's just, again, thoroughness. Sometimes the biggest sign is that you get accused of being too analytical or too firm. And a big fat con to this way of thinking is that it's cognitively super expensive. It's the Ritz-Carlton of brain work. The trick in sustaining yourself is really knowing which problems deserve the cognitive cost of building the logic from scratch. Hiring decisions, full algorithm mode. Lunch choice, heuristic is fine. Most people underuse algorithmic thinking and instead they feel their way through complex decisions that actually require proper analysis. But some people overuse it and they waste so much time building frameworks for decisions that don't really matter. Bottom line is that algorithmic thinking makes you so rigorous, it makes you slower. Knowing when to build a system versus when to trust your gut, that's a skill that you need to develop. Take care.